It's a new year, which means new resolutions and a curved log cabin quilt. Plus, it's a perfect time for ombre fabric and curved piecing that's not actually curved. Let's get to it. Last year, I resolved to like the color purple, and it worked. I am digging purple, especially when it's ombre. Ombre is like the fabric for people that can't commit to just one shade. Now with this beautiful quilt, I'm using the pink for the background, the purple for the binding, amazing, and a beautiful pre-cut roll of ombre strips. Now a quick tip about working with ombre fabric, if I wanted strips of a single color, I would cut it along like this. However, cutting it along the width of fabric will give me a beautiful shade in every strip. Not that I have to worry about it because I already have them cut into 2.5-inch strips. I just need to subcut them to get the pieces to make a beautiful curved log cabin block. The best thing about pre-cuts, it's like a head start to making the quilt. So since I already have all these strips already nice and cut, I just have to cut littler pieces. Now, if you or somebody you know struggles with accurate cutting, I have just the thing for you. No side effects, no insurance needed. It's a free bonus video with cutting hacks and tips. So be sure to check that out, and I would love to hear if you've had a cutting hack that I forgot to mention. All the information about that is in the description box below. Okay, I have all my beautiful ombre strips, and just like I talked about, we can see the beautiful color gradation. Now, with my strips, I'm gonna pick out some of the lighter pieces, and then most of them are gonna fall into the medium dark range. I think we'll call these light. I think that's a safe bet. Our darks, and we'll call this the medium. All right, the reason why it's important is I'm gonna cut them all just slightly different. Pulling my dark and my light aside, the first and easiest cutting will be on the mediums. To easily cut my pre-cut strips, I'm gonna cut multiple at the same time. So I'll grab probably 2 or 3 and line them up. This is a perfect time when I love a good 2.5-inch ruler, because I can just turn it to the side, line up the length I need, and then go ahead and cut. So while I'm cutting up this quilt and making a beautiful log cabin, I gotta decide what my New Year's resolution will be. I feel like I was so successful last time that I don't want to pick anything too difficult. Maybe I'll run a marathon. I'm just kidding. That's hilarious. The only runs I go on are a coffee run. No, actually, I'm thinking about picking up a new hobby. No, quilting is not going anywhere. I will be a quilter forever, but I think maybe something I could take with me, like, I don't know, like English paper piecing or something handwork or crochet. Now I know my midnight quilters out there have other hobbies. I would love to hear what it is that inspires you. So if you'll leave a comment below, that'll give us all some great options to consider for the new year. But no cooking, I don't really like to cook. Or gardening, I don't want my hands dirty, but anything else, I would love to hear. Or house cleaning, but we know that's not a real hobby anyway, right? I hope not. Who does that for fun? The medium dark strips are gonna be cut into different sizes. Now that I have those finished, I'm gonna put them aside because now I'm gonna cut my darks and my lights, but it's gonna be just a little bit different than I cut these. Monique Dillard, who wrote this pattern, Curved Cabin, makes use of all these strips even though they're not quite the right size. This time we're gonna cut them in half lengthwise so we have 2 narrower strips. Our log cabin's gonna be slightly wonky on one side, which is gonna give us that curved effect. After I cut them in half, then I'm gonna subcut them into my smaller, thinner strips. Now that I think of it, maybe a new hobby isn't the way to go. I kind of have a lot on my plate as it is. I'm thinking maybe I need to work through some of my personal issues, some of those things that have been haunting me, like my scrap guilt, like all these beautiful little pieces. I know I probably will never use them, but you never know. Maybe it's time to put them away and just to let them go. In their own cute little zippered bag, of course. You babies will be so good in there. I will see you soon. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now it's time to cut our thinner strips into our different sizes. Okay, so I'm gonna do that with the light strips, but I'm gonna do the same thing with the dark strips, except I'm gonna cut them in even tinier, cuter little pieces. I love it when people make completely unattainable New Year's resolutions. I always have a couple of my friends that say, I'm not gonna buy any fabric for the rest of the year. That just sounds like a miserable year. That's like saying I'm not gonna drink wine anymore. Never gonna happen. These are gonna be cut 2.5 inches wide, which makes this ruler so amazing. So I have a lot more strips to finish cutting up, and then we're gonna see just how we're gonna build this curved log cabin. So we're gonna make the center of our log cabin. The way this block comes together, you start from the center, the home, and you build around the outside. Now I'm gonna go just a little bit off the pattern, just a bit, because in the pattern, she mixes up her colors. And while I do love a scrappy quilt, I have a little bit of control issues when it comes to that. So I'm gonna use all the same color on one side of the block. You can be wild and crazy if you want to, that's fine. But since I have enough difference in the fabric, I figure that's about as scrappy as I wanna get. So starting with the square of my home, or my heart, I'm gonna start with the square of the red, and then add my color above it. After I sew those together, I'm gonna add the next piece to the side. And you can already see why I love to have my blocks stacked just so I can pull the next one, see right where I'm at, and the next color is right there in line waiting for me. Love it when it all comes together. Or when it all looks like it's gonna come together. I shouldn't count my chickens before they hatch. Now with this kind of block, I'm gonna press the seams as I go, but it can get really easy to stretch it out of shape. So I'm gonna use my seam roller to hold it in place, and then when the whole block is finished, I'll hit it with that iron and get it nice and flat. Now I'm gonna do the same on the other side. The big difference is though, I'm gonna use my skinnier strips over here to create a darker and a lighter, as well as a wider and a skinnier part to my block. Okay, so on my next side, I have my pieces, and I'm still gonna add a piece to the bottom and a piece to the side, except this is gonna be pieced with 2 other pieces. Now it might be a little bit extra work, but it's gonna look amazing when it all comes together. So I'll start by assembling those and then sewing them to the unit. So I have the next ring of my block put together. Now the reason I like to use a seam roller is it won't stretch out my block. And what can happen, especially when you keep adding layers to your log cabin, is if it starts out wrong, it's gonna keep compounding. So that just prevents the iron from stretching that out, especially with these center strips over here. Now that we've seen that first ring go around the center, we're gonna do the same thing, adding a strip on the top and a strip on the side, like so. And I'm gonna do the same with the lighter strips and the colored fabric. So one last ring around this block and it will be finished. So my first block is finished, and I know you can't quite see the exact curved illusion yet, but we're starting to get a hint of what it looks like. And I have other blocks where I've done the same thing with just a different color in the corner. So let's see how beautiful those turned out. I'm gonna place them so that the skinny parts come together. We have our wide side, our skinny side, and now you can almost see that curved illusion come out. And we'll see it even more in the second row. Now what's great about the log cabin block is you can come up with so many different layouts. I'm sure you've already seen probably a million. So what's fun is you could pull the yellow together to create a focal point, or you can change it to maybe make zigzags. And you can already start to see the movement of that design. That's what's so fun about it. And what's great, all these blocks are the same size. So if you want to experiment and come out with some different layouts, go for it. I'd love to see what you end up coming up with. But I think I'm gonna stick to the plan. I'm gonna sew it together, then I'll bring in the second row and we'll see this whole thing come together. This quilt top is finished, and besides the beautiful fabric, besides the curved illusion, what I love about it is there's no borders. That means it's time to get quilting. I can't wait to use the quilting to highlight this area where they all come together. So let's get to it. Even though all 4 of these fabrics are a different color, I'm gonna treat it as one beautiful area to quilt a motif. So I'm gonna get started and I'll show you what it looks like. Every motif needs a center, so starting from the very center of my area, I'm gonna quilt a line that curves out and back, and then continue on the other side just like a figure 8. I'm gonna do the same on the other side to give me a cute little flower in the center. Then from there, I'm gonna start quilting serpentine lines up one side of the block. Now these are lines that curve out and back from side to side, kind of like the side of a fern. But as I approach the end of my area, I'm gonna quilt it out and have it change direction, almost like a pointed kind of oval. From that point, I'm gonna quilt the same shape except mirrored to create the top of my ferny feather type design, and then echo the inside of that shape. Once it's filled in, I'm gonna work my way back down the area, quilting those same serpentine lines until I approach the center of my area. What's great about this is now I can go right into my next fern, except this time I'm going to quilt serpentine lines on both sides, working my way up towards the edge of the area. Quilting it one direction, coming back the other, until I approach the top of my area, and I'm going to quilt that same pointed oval shape out and back and fill it in with some echo lines. Once done with that, it's time to fill in the corner, so I'm just going to throw an extra serpentine line in there and quilt another motif in the corner with a straight-ish line coming down to a point, adding another pointed oval, and then I think I'll quilt some feather variations, quilting out, traveling back, and back to my point. Quilting 4 on each side, and then finishing my line to the other side. So this is just a quarter of my motif. I'm gonna do the same on each other corner, and it's gonna make an amazing design that's really gonna pull your eye to the center. So I'm gonna get going, but I'll show you what it looks like as soon as I'm finished. This quilt is finally finished, and while I do love fabric fondling, just like you do, I think I enjoyed the quilting a tad bit more. Quilting the motifs really pulls all those different colors together, brings the eye to the center, but also lets the beautiful, bright, light yellows shine where the curved log cabin all comes together. I'm pretty proud of the log cabin I built on this quilt. Although I still haven't decided on a New Year's resolution. I think my New Year's resolution will be to make more episodes of the Midnight Quilt Show. Surely you want to see more, right? Hopefully? Well, good, because I'm going to be back soon with all new episodes, but I would love to hear what kind of quilts you want to see in upcoming episodes. So leave them in the comments below, because believe it or not, I love to get on there and read your suggestions. And don't forget about that bonus video that we have for cutting hacks, and I'll see you soon on another episode of the Midnight Quilt Show. Oops, I forgot my wine. You can't forget that.